and so he makes both from the line.
And no matter what the chatter is out there, all Big Cat does is produce on a nightly basis.
Maxey feeling it out a bit. Outside, Brown. Drops in the three.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Brunson on the drive. Anunoby for three. New York no good that time either. The Sixers lead by 3. Out left to the wing. Here's Edgecombe. We saw him with 29 points in his last game. On target from range.
The pure shooting stroke of Maxey, gifted at draining it from outside the arc.
And for the Sixers, the growth of Tyrese Maxey has been everything, Grant.
Oh my, his growth both with his play, but also with his leadership has meant a lot. And he has such a joyful energy. It really helps pull this team together.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. It's a three-point game. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Drummond's checked in for Towns. Hart comes in for Anunoby. Shamet, he's checked in for Bridges. And it's Jose Alvarado in for Brunson. Now here's Hart. No points yet, and it's in there.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Pass to Simons. 1:11 left to play in the first. 6 to shoot. And it's Jose Alvarado with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
.102 left to play in the first. Here's Edgecombe. He has 6. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Hart. Edgecombe, no good. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Pass to McBride. Back to Alvarado. Drummond against Simons. Outside Hart. It's Shamet on the wing. Here's Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to draw Drummond as my assignment inside. You body him up, hack him, it still has no effect on him.
It's stolen by Drummond. Shamet passes to Hart. Over Edgecombe. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Philadelphia on top, leading by a point. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. Close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the 76ers?
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
They've got Jaylen Brown, Edgecombe out there with Anthony Simons, and it's Barlow in at the power forward position. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot. OG Anunoby is so disruptive. He's led the league in steals. And he said, I want to be the defensive player of the year. I've always thought I was the best defender in the league. I'm athletic enough, strong enough, and smart enough to defend every single position. Guys, back to you.
Very confident. Thanks much for the report, Allie. Now here's Drummond. Drummond to screen on Simons. Pass to McBride. Fast break. Here comes Philadelphia. Here's Barlow. Now Brown. And they pick up 2. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
Kick to the outside, heads-up play, cognizant of the entire floor.
And with Jaylen Brown on the wing, he feels like any given night he has the advantage in his matchup.
He's either too fast for the big guys or too strong for the small guys. That's the problem. He is a handful on both ends of the floor also.
Here's Simons after New York picked up the 3 with their last shot. Kick out to Brown. Shot clock at 6. Philadelphia needs to get off a shot. Here's Barlow. The Knicks pull it in. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Drummond to screen on Simons. Here's Alvarado. The shot is good, and this game is back to even.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Maxey, he's checked in for the Sixers. Here's Barlow. Taking a look at his production, averaging just over 8 points a game. From deep. And Philadelphia making a change here. Embiid's checked in. New York also changing it up. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Drummond. Bridges comes in for Shaman. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Alvarado. Pass to Bridges. Here's Brunson. Maxey covering. Clock at 6. Shot from 12. Brunson misses.
I'll be honest, I'm a little surprised he missed that.
Here's Barlow. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Bridges against Brown. Oh, and he got... out on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. If you had to say, Richard, what's the most critical component for a team to play effective defense?
I would say being bought in. If players are bought in, you could overcome individual deficiencies.
Hart's checked in for New York.
And we've watched Brown blossom into a talented scorer, someone who's capable of shouldering that entire offensive load.
Out to Bridges. Pass to Hart. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. And he drives in. And the layup is good off the glass.
Nice effort by Bridges. He's got that wiry strength.
The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And he's going for the... oh, rise up, Jaylen Brown.
And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that, that really helped the momentum.
Outside Anunoby. Oh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Yeah, free throws were an issue for him in their last contest. He just couldn't find the mark.
Here's Maxey. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Maxey's got 7.
Now that's confidence right there. This is when you know Maxey is feeling it.
Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. Towns a screen on Maxey. Towns outside. From downtown. Cat stretching the floor. My goodness.
And that's what makes Towns so dangerous offensively. He's a threat even when he's playing off the ball.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Some changes for Philadelphia. Wade, he's checked in for Barlow, and it's Edgecombe in for Simons. Here's Embiid. He's coming off a 19-point game against Houston.
Oh, yeah, and he was piling up the blocks, too. 4 of them. And it's about more than just that number. It's about getting into shooters' heads.
Now here's Embiid. Oh, a vicious move by Embiid.
In the mold of Shaq, Joel Embiid is physically just overwhelming. plus he's got some touch and skill.
Philadelphia shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Well, here in the second quarter, he's starting to dial up his aggressiveness as far as working himself to the free throw line.
Bridges outside. To the paint. Now here's Maxey. 20 points for him last game against Houston.
And in addition to putting up points, he terrorized ball handlers, racking up a ton of steals.
So far, Grant, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete, and I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Drummond comes in for Towns, and Alvarado's subbed in for Anunoby. Outside Hart. Alvarado outside. There's the 3. Knocks down the long J. Alvarado's got 5 points.
This quarter, they're doing some real damage from outside the arc. Trying to stay within striking distance here.
And here's Brown for 3. Hart pulls it in. Knicks trail by 3. Here's Brunson. Oh, a hard-nosed drive for Brunson.
Now, you see Brunson with that quick dribble. I mean, that is a nice play.
Outside, Brown. This one for 3. Wade misses.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
They now take the lead. Bridges has got 5 points now in the quarter.
He's looking much more confident here in the second quarter as far as his scoring goes.
Steps back. Here's Maxey. And miss after. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
And no matter how the D's coming at him tonight, Brunson has adapted. And that's what great scorers do. They figure it out.
Maxey passes to Brown. Here's Edgecombe. Embiid, a screen on Hart. Pass to Embiid. Over Drummond. And he can't bank that one in.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Now here's Embiid. 6 points for him. Here's Maxey. And he gets it to fall. 3 for 8 in this one.
So tenacious. Maxey finds a way through.
New York leading by 5. And here's Brunson. 12 points for him. Pass to Hart. And Hart throws it down.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Here's Wade. He's got 5. Releases. A good-looking shot from the wing. Embiid's got 8.
And they had early success from the perimeter, but I don't understand how they've gotten away from that here in the second.
Alvarado outside from behind the arc. Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 8th rebound here tonight. On the break, Jaylen Brown.
He's doing everything he can. If they want to win, others have to step up and provide some scoring.
34 seconds left in the first half of this one. Drummond, the screen on Brown. 6 to shoot. Here's Bridges. The kick out to Brunson. Puts up a 3. Oh, Brunson with the triple.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
For 3, Maxey. And it's New York with a rebound. Drummond's got 8 rebounds in the game. Hart passes to Brunson. And again, New York with the triple.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got